welcome to another episode of Books and Banter. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Coral.
So we have been looking at some books that are coming out soon that have a little bit of a niche theme, some mystery thriller type stuff, which is one of my favorite genres. But if you are looking for a mystery or thriller that keeps it all in the family, then you will be excited about these. Okay, so Coral, what is first on your to-read list?
Yeah, so I think this one is on a lot of people's to-read list. I've seen it on a lot of trending lists coming out. It's got a great cover. It looks really interesting. It's called Julie Chan is Dead.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
This is by Liann Zhang. And it follows Julie. Julie is kind of just living her kind of basic life. I think she's a cashier at a supermarket, not a lot going on. Her twin sister, on the other hand, she's estranged from, they were separated as young children. She has hardly any contact with her. Her name is Chloe, and she's a big influencer. So basically one day, Julie goes to see Chloe, and Chloe is dead.
Oh, wow.
Under mysterious circumstances, Julie finds her, she's dead, and Julie decides to take over Chloe's life, because Chloe has got a lot of money, she's got, these sponsorships, she's a big influencer, she lives kind of this privileged life.
And they look exactly alike.
How
convenient.
So she steps into it and she realizes it's not all it seems to be. There's a lot of nefarious things happening. And it kind of all comes to head at a week-long island retreat for influencers. So if you're looking for that summer islandy read, there's some of that in there. Early reviews say it's absolutely absurd. It's bonkers, it's dark, but it's a lot of fun. It's a wild read, it looks like, and I think it just looks like a lot of fun to me. A fun bonus for this one, too. On May 14th, we have a virtual author talk coming up with the author of this book that you can watch for free online.
Wow.
So if you're really interested about this book, or if you get to read it really quick, definitely check that out. And it is expected in May.
Nice. Is island retreats for influencers like a thing?
I feel like it might be.
Man, wow.
If you want to sponsor, if you want to sponsor 2 librarians to go to an island retreat, that hopefully probably doesn't end however this one's gonna end.
Yeah, feel free to contact us.
Feel free to contact.
Wow. Okay. So the first one on my list that I am excited about is called Kill Your Darlings by Peter Swanson. So this is about a married couple, Tom and Wendy. They've been married for over 25 years. They have what appears to be a good life. They have a nice home. They have good jobs. They have a grown son, Jason. So all seems well, except that Wendy wants to murder her husband. So what's interesting about this book is that apparently the story is told in reverse. So you get to see the key moments from their life, buying their home, when Jason was born, and the mysterious death of a work colleague. So all painting a portrait of a marriage that defined by a single terrible act that they plotted together many years ago. And so eventually, I guess we learn the details of what they did.
We better.
In their early 20s, but it's a secret that has kept them bound together. And so now I think they're both kind of thinking, well, maybe if I get rid of this one, then I don't have to worry about this anymore. Maybe before they spill the beans, or whatever. But yeah, so I'm excited for this because I have read his other series, the Henry Kimball and Lily Kintner series, and I enjoyed those. I feel like his characters, at least in that series, are very gray and complicated, and maybe not anti-heroes, but kind of, in that same vein. So it kind of sounds like Tom and Wendy might be those kind of characters too. So we're continuing that tradition. But the early reviews on this are also really good. Library Journal says it is twisty and clever, and it's brimming with jaw-dropping suspense. And there was another review that said that his decision to move backward in time is surprisingly suspenseful. So I'm really, I love books with a twist. It's just, especially if I can actually figure it out before it happens, which doesn't happen often, but, anyway, so I'm excited for this, and it comes out in June.
Cool.
So.
I think my next one kind of starts the same way, where we have this family that seems to have this perfect life, and there's this dark secret that upends it. My other pick is Don't Open Your Eyes by Liv Constantine. So this and Liv Constantine, she's the author of The Last Mrs. Parrish, which I know was very popular.
Yes.
It was a Reese's Book Club pick.
And I think it's being made into a movie.
Oh, I'm sure.
I just heard about that this week.
Okay.
I think it's a Netflix movie, but starring Jennifer Lopez, but might need to double check me on that. So. But I know it is being made into a movie. But
Cool.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
This follows Annabelle. She has a perfect life. She has a devoted husband. She has twin daughters. I guess twins is my sub-theme for today.
Nice.
But she starts having these dreams, and they feel like premonitions. They feel like they're going to come true. And she sees these bad things happen, but they really do start to come true.
Wow.
And she's kind of tangled in this web that is, her husband's very controlling, and she has this overwhelming feeling that one of her daughters is in a lot of danger, that one of her daughters is talking to someone, and that it is putting her daughter in a lot of danger. And so she's kind of desperate to figure out what is truth, what is just a dream, can she get out of this? But she also has a secret from her past that is coming back to haunt her. It is told from multiple perspectives, and it has multiple timelines, kind of like yours where things are getting shuffled around, and it's all going to hopefully come together at the end.
Yeah.
But the early reviews say it's a really solid popcorn thriller, that it has a really solid ending, and that it's a good time. So This one also sounds like a lot of fun, and it is expected in June.
Cool. I will definitely have to check that one out. Okay, so my other choice is Parents' Weekend by Alex Finlay. So it is Parents' Weekend at a small private school in California. 5 families have dinner plans, and the parents show up, but the kids do not. And at first, the parents, I guess, sort of figure, they probably, got distracted, went off to a party, or just, something came up that they, didn't make it. But as the hours go by and another night falls without so much as a text, then they start to worry. So the campus police call in for reinforcements, and FBI Special Agent Sarah Keller joins the investigation. Search parties are formed, reporters come to town, and then rumors are swirling. So I am excited for this because this is the third book in the featuring Keller, and I read the first 2, and I really enjoyed those. So I'm excited for this. Also, the early reviews for this are good. Library Journal, not Library Journal, Publishers Weekly said that Finlay writes with red herrings galore, and he caps the proceedings with a particularly shocking conclusion. And so I love books that take me by surprise. So I'm really excited for this, and it comes out in May.
Cool. So like always, we are just pulling books that are coming out soon for these and highly anticipated reads. But we recommend that you check the content warnings before you read any of these. We're just trying to cover some bases, and we want you to read what you want to read. So if these books are not at all your taste, no worries. We have plenty of other videos. Also, you can always talk to your local librarian and see what they recommend. But until next time, thanks for watching, friends. Bye!